Hi guys, it's Kaylee and I'm here with a makeup tutorial. I always feel kind of silly making makeup tutorials because I feel like there's just tons of them out there that are way better than anything I could do, but I get requests fairly often to do them, so here we go. So the first thing I'm using is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. This is a pretty good, I guess kind of just pore erasing like primer. And then I'm using my favorite primer I've ever tried, which is the Iman oil absorbing primer. I just absolutely love this primer and it really helps me because I have pretty oily skin. And next I'm using the NYX Eyebrow Gel in black, which it's actually more of a brown black. And I'm using my Anastasia of Beverly Hills like brow brush, which I really love. I've used it so much that I've like worn the logo and everything off of it. But it's a really great brow brush. I'm having trouble talking today because it has like such a nice fine angled brush head, and then it has like the little spoolie on the other end. It is just so helpful and easy to use if you paint your brows on like me. And I love the NYX eyebrow gel just because it is waterproof, and again, because my skin is kind of oily, my eyes are kind of watery, and I tend to like sweat if I go out in the heat and stuff, so I need something that's gonna keep my eyebrows from coming off. And I was having trouble working with this actually because I think the product separated in the tube a little bit, so it was a little bit runny, so you can see me kind of touching it up and fixing it a lot with a Q-tip and stuff. And then I'm just going to kind of feather out and soften the front part of the eyebrow, have that eyebrow fade going with the spoolie, and also I like to use my fingers and kind of smudge it a bit. Next I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and I probably should have put this on before I did my brows. But I'm specifically going to put this on to kind of help my eye look stay put, because this is going to be a little bit more of a dramatic kind of going all over the place eye look than what I usually do. And next here I'm using the Colourpop eyeliner pencil in Swerve, and I actually really like this product. I think I got it in one of my Ipsy bags, and I ended up really liking this eyeliner pencil, and I think I might order some more from Colourpop because they have them in quite a few interesting colors, but I like this. It's a nice deep black. It's kind of a gel-like formula, so it goes on really smoothly and easily. And I'm just kind of tight lining my eyes right now. I'm doing that inner corner, the little catty kind of inner corner thing that I like to do, and I'm just lining my upper lid. And I'm also going to go ahead and like line under my lower lid as well. So once I've got my eye outline, I'm actually going to create this dramatic sort of cat eye wing shape, just following the natural curvature of my eye. So I'm just kind of following the natural curvature of the inner socket of my eye, and I'm like kind of creating a little tail on the end, like how I would normally do a cat eye for my eye shape. And then I'm just going to fill it in with this gel eyeliner, which is really helpful. It would be really hard to do this with like, with a liquid eyeliner. It would most likely like flake off and stuff, so that's why I like to do this sort of dramatic eye look with more of a gel type of liner. And I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye and trying to make them, as even as possible, which is really hard because my eyes are two very noticeably different sizes. So next I'm going to my Shade and Light Eye palette from Kat Von D, and I'm just dipping into the plain matte black shade. I have no idea what it's called, but it's the only one in the palette that's like a true matte black, and I'm just packing it over the shape I created with the eyeliner with like a short, firm brush, just to really like kind of set it and keep it from smudging. And then I'm going in with a soft, fluffy blending brush and just softly blending the edges a little bit so it doesn't look quite so crisp. You can leave it like a crisp edge if you want, but I wanted it to look a little bit softer and more diffused, if that makes sense. And next I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in Whiteout, which is the completely white shade. And since I'm so pasty and I usually like to make my skin look even paler if possible anyway, I'm just going to use that to kind of conceal my under eye circles and kind of highlight some areas a little bit. And shout out to my hormones for giving me like this nice hormonal acne outbreak. And then I'm using, this was a new thing I hadn't really tried before, but I'd heard lots of good things about it, the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation, and I'm using the color Light Porcelain, which I think is the lightest shade that it comes in. And that actually matched my skin tone pretty well. And I'm just dabbing that on. I like that it's like a light moussey formula. And I'm just gonna blend that out with my little blendy sponge. But I might do a video reviewing that if you guys are interested, because the main reason I wanted to try this foundation is I heard it had been promoted as like a cheap alternative to Kat Von D's Lock-It foundation. And it worked pretty good. It's not the best, but like I said, I can go into more detail about that in like a full-on review if anyone is interested in that. And next I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder. And again, I think this is like the lightest shade it comes in, and I'm just using my little fluffy kabuki brush to set all that foundation and stuff. And next I'm using the Lime Crime Venus palette, and I'm specifically going to use the color Muse from this palette, which is like a gorgeous deep like burgundy red, and that's exactly the color I want for the pop of color in the under, in the lower lid for this look. So I'm just taking kind of a slightly longer flat brush and kind of packing it in underneath the eye. And the thing I love about this look too is because my under eyes are a little bit wrinkly and crepey, and packing the shadow onto there like kind of disguises that, so makes my eyes look a little better. But I love this color. It's such a beautiful like blood red. And then again, I'm going in with a fluffy blending brush and just kind of softening the edges so that it's, less crisp, more of a softer diffused look. And then I'm using the Urban Decay Moondust palette, which I love and I don't use enough. And I'm specifically using the color Element, which is this really cool like kind of coppery red glitter. And I'm concentrating it mainly on the inner corner parts of the lower eyelid, but I'm also kind of dusting it just generally kind of over the whole lid, but mostly focusing it on the inner corners. And now it's time to curl my lashes, of course, with this tiny torture device. And now I'm going to be using my very favorite mascara ever, the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Like I always say, I think what everyone wants from a mascara differs, but just for me personally, this is my favorite. And next I'm going to go ahead and do some contouring finally, and I'm going to dip into my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour palette with my favorite little mini contour brush that I got from Ipsy. And I'm going to use like the lightest contour shade there is. Again, I'm not familiar with the names. I just know it's the lightest contour shade. And I'm just going to kind of lightly contour my cheekbones, my forehead, and like a little bit of my nose. And for some reason the video cut there, but I also added some highlight with the Mary Luminizer highlighter from the Balm Cosmetics. And now I'm going to do my lip look. And so I'm starting with Kat Von D's Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Witches, which is just this beautiful like neutral true black. and I'm just kind of carefully lining my lips with it. And I'm sorry, it kind of takes me a minute because I do overline my lips a little bit, especially my upper lip, because I don't really have one without the help of lipstick. So I'm just lining my lips with the black, and I'm kind of adding the black into just the corners of my mouth a little bit. And then I'm taking the NYX Macaron Lippie, which I love these lipsticks, and this is the shade Black Sesame, which is actually kind of misleading because it's actually kind of a soft light gray. And as you can see, I'm just kind of smearing it around in the center of my lips and blending it with the black so that it creates this beautiful like ombre kind of look where it's gray in the center and black on the edges. And I'm just going to kind of help blend it with my finger a little bit because I'm dirty like that. And there you go. That's how I got this look. It's super simple. It's cute. It's like dramatic but not overly so you can still use it for an everyday look. So this has kind of been my go-to look lately. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you want to see more makeup tutorials. Remember, you are beautiful just the way you are, and to always be yourself. I'll see you later, guys. Bye!